On September 26, me and my partner Aaron went down to Chino Aviation to Dubai to see what a discovery flight entails. Although I wasn't the designated pilot at the time, I got thrown into the situation, which was a perfect example of a discovery flight, and we created a short video to give a community the opportunity to understand what Dubai offers and also what a discovery flight is. Here's what we learned. This is Lou. He's been a pilot since 1998 and an instructor since 2001. In February 2008, he opened his business, Dubai Aviation, and has since helped teach over 500 pilots how to get their license. Lou states that aviation is slowly dying, and COVID hasn't helped. Currently, airlines and charters have been short of pilots, but even now more than ever, with their furloughs, they're seeing a decline in interest in aviation. He hopes by having people that might not have previously considered flying get the experience of a discovery flight, it can maybe spark a new interest and maybe a career opportunity to help. When we first got to Du Bois, Lou sat us down in a classroom and went over the basics, such as the area we'd be flying over, what I'd be learning that day, a typical career path a pilot takes and what it looks like, and the time and money it costs just to get your basic pilot's license. He really elaborated on all the different job opportunities aviation can give someone. He then told us we'd be going outside to the hangar to go see what plane we'd be taking off for the day. Once we got in the plane, Lou then started communicating with the tower. He explained to me what everything meant and how to accelerate and slow down and steer the plane before takeoff. We went across the runway, where I then accelerated and steered the plane into the air. He headed us immediately into some hills that made me a little bit nervous, but I felt like I was in control because he was really good at describing where my levels needed to be when I was looking at my gauges. I felt really comfortable and actually started laughing and enjoying myself enough that I felt comfortable sending some snaps and some pictures along the ride. Lou continuously cheered me on and made me feel like I was doing a good job. He mentioned that I was a natural and started giving me more leeway. I felt overwhelmed once I realized I needed to not only watch what I was doing, but watch my elevation as well as my levels. Steering, looking, and trying to think at the same time seemed a lot more difficult in the air than driving. I kind of laughed and told him I'm a little concerned I'm going to make us crash, but he assured me that he had it under control. After about 20 minutes in the air, Lou decided we'd head back to the airport. He landed the plane and drove back. We talked and I mentioned how there was multiple people in my family who had got their pilot's license, and it's something I'd always wanted to do but never had a spark or the motivation to do it. Moving forward, going to Du Bois is where I know I'll go to get my pilot's license, and I recommend Lou to anybody looking to get their license as well. My experience was great and I really appreciate the time.